cut loose with another 10-song power play or $10,000.
At the moment here at Power 95 FM, I can tell you this much. The very sight of him took Susan's breath away when he walked into the studio just moments ago. A couple of minutes after 7 o'clock in the morning at Power 95 FM, and Howard the Cab Driver's weather calls for 10 minutes after 7 o'clock in the morning. Our mystery artist is here. We promised him at 7:10. Yeah, Howard, you were wrong. A lot of people were wrong.
Boy, was I wrong.
Well, actually, Bo Diddley was not your guess, Howard. Your guess, if I recall correctly, was George Michael.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And it's not George Michael.
Nope.
Hey, no?
I even guessed it wrong.
Yeah, well, who did you guess? That's the mystery artist.
I couldn't get it either.
Okay, well, we have our mystery artist here, and let me just tell you a little story about it so you can understand how this whole thing happened. Power 95 listener named Nancy Marino wrote us some letters, a series of letters here at Power 95. In one of her letters, she enclosed a cassette of an artist that she wanted us to play on the air, saying that he was producing real good work and was being ignored by American radio. In fact, the artist does not have a record contract with an American record company.
Correct.
And being the absolute bastards that we are, we looked at the cassette and said, "Oh, nobody wants to hear this guy anymore," and we tossed it. True.
That's true. I know.
Okay.
I know.
Sorry.
That's
You know, I mean, a lot of stuff comes in here, and that was our own stupidity and I suppose arrogance too. But your listener, our listener, your fan, wouldn't give up. Letters kept coming. Finally, Nancy Marino sent us a CD that she claimed she acquired from a friend in Great Britain.
That's correct.
So finally, we said, look at this woman. She keeps sending us this stuff. I mean, what's the deal here? Let's put it in. So we put in the CD, and people from the office started gathering around our music director's office door saying, "Who is that?" Because it was a great record, showing, of course, how dumb we were not to take the time to find out.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
So we said, this is great, but if we tell anybody who this is, they may have the same reaction and say, and switch the station before they hear the song and how good it is. So,
Well, I think it was very clever the way you did this.
Well, that's
Played it
what-
without telling anybody.
yeah, that's when we contacted you
Yeah.
and got permission to play it on the air because it is a great record.
Thank you.
And bill you as our mystery artist. Then, without anybody knowing your identity, we find that over the past week it's become one of our top request records here in New York,
That's amazing.
even though nobody can buy it because it's not out in the United
right.
States.
That's right.
So welcome,
Thank you. Hey, I'm barely awake here.
Donny Osmond.
Yeah!
Well, I thought you were going to keep it in suspense for a while.
Well, there we got it. I mean, I want people to know now because you should be so proud. What a great record.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I kind of dropped off the face of the earth here for a while because I wanted to go over to England, do a lot of work, do a lot of writing, and come out with something that's musically strong because, hey, I will be very honest with you, as you were honest with me. The name Donny Osmond has a connotation that is not quite up to par with Top 40 radio.
Well, it just it conjures up images that people have left in their mind from their youth,
That's
but
right.
they've grown up and
That's
they
right.
haven't changed what image they had of you.
Exactly. Well, when you stop and think about it, it's like, 10 years ago
Mhm.
since I did my last album. 11 years ago.
Well, it was 16 years ago when you and I were on a stage together in
Mhm.
Chicago, when you were 16 and I was 20.
That's right.
But you know, it seems unfair. And when I mentioned before arrogance, I was being serious. There is media arrogance. I don't think we mean it in this room, but it happens. And the fact of the matter is, you've been in the public eye since you were a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Since you were a little kid, you were up around all those Andy Williams shows and stuff like that,
Right.
performing. And, you know, that's just the way that your life has been. And for people to sit back now and go, oh, well, Donny Osmond, he was a little teen idol.
Well, you know, I have a lot of fun with my image. As a matter of fact, way back 5 years ago or something like this, I did a Jeff Beck video.
Mhm.
And just the fact that I was in a Jeff Beck video caused a lot of talk, you know, created a lot of strange Jeff Beck and Donny Osmond. And then I went to a party and I just happened to have a picture taken with Billy Idol. You know, stuff like that makes news, you know, because of the contrast in images. Images is a funny thing nowadays, you know. It's so important to have the right image.
Well, I think that's
But
true.
I'm having fun with mine, you know.
Well, I was talking yesterday to a woman who works here in our business office, Cindy. She's grown up, married, pregnant, you know, getting ready to have her first child and everything. And she told me that she dreamt when she was 13 years old. Because I told her you were coming up. I revealed the identity.
Oh, you did let it out.
Sure, because she had to take an early bus to come in here. She's going to come in here. She said when she was 13, she would lie in bed at night and dream about marrying you when she grew up. Okay, so that image is still in her mind.
Right.
Because it was fun for that era.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting is that the record buyers nowadays, they consider me a new artist, basically. A new artist with an established name.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy there. Not even a problem. It's kind of an advantage because you are a known quantity. And just getting through the industry and then getting the record buyer to listen to it, that's the challenge right now.
Okay, we'll be back with Donny Osmond in just a little while. It's 16 after 7 o'clock in the morning, and we